Ladies and gentlemen, once again, please welcome the CEO of HSF Affiliates and President of Prudential Real Estate, Mr. Earl Lee.
Thanks, Mel. Thank you. Thanks, Mel. Well, you know what? It's been an incredible morning. And you know, we're just getting started. I've got to say the entertainment this morning was outstanding. We have our band down here. And those were some powerful opening songs. You know, I have to give a shout out to our network karaoke singers, because you know what? They really delivered this morning. How about giving them another round of applause? And I want to thank Damon Smith. He's right down here. Damon, thank you. Damon, your fan club is right over there. Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Woodmont Realty. You know, our network has talent beyond anyone's expectations, and they truly do stand out. So again, we want to thank all of them for participating this morning. I do want to, before we get started, I do want to introduce some very special guests, people that have really supported us as we have worked through the last several years. First off, I'd like to introduce Mr. Ron Peltier, Chairman and CEO of Home Services. Ron? I'd also like to introduce the President and COO of Home Services of America, Mr. Robert Moline. Robert. And clearly, last but not least, the President and CEO of Brookfield RPS, Mr. Dave Lacey. Dave. You know, these gentlemen have been instrumental, and clearly we do thank you for your partnership. Okay, you know what? We need to get started. Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Prudential Real Estate, welcome to Music City. You know, this is a great, great city, Nashville, Tennessee. I know, you know, just based on where all of you are this morning, how you sort of ran in, you sort of got fueled up last night on Broadway, right? You are sitting in the capital of country music, literally in the shadow of the Country Music Hall of Fame. So I have a question for you. It's a simple question. When you talk to modern country and music stars, who do they say influenced them the most? Who do you think? George Jones, I heard George Jones. Conway Twitty, Merle Haggard. But you know, this answer may surprise you. It's the Beatles. You know, the Beatles, not exactly a legendary country act. So why the Beatles? They were an unstoppable force. Their creativity was immense. Their performances overwhelming. You know, they grabbed your heart and soul in a way that no other had ever done before. They were truly, look at them, they're truly different. They stood out, and they were totally unique. From their hair to their clothes, their accents, their sound, they stood out from all the rest. But they were never, ever satisfied. You know, at that time, and largely today, if you think about music acts, what they do is they have a hit record, then they always do the safe thing. For every subsequent record, they keep reproducing the same sound over and over again. You know, that happened with the Beach Boys, Chicago, even Elvis, and on and on and on. But not so with the Beatles. The Beatles kept redefining the market. Their first single, Love Me Do, was different from anything we had heard before. So it caught the world's ear. And their first album, Please Please Me, recorded in a single day, was a smash hit and launched an incredible run during which 11 of 12 albums became #1. How were they able to reach such highs and sustain those sales? It's simple. Every time they came out with a new album, other pop artists rushed into the studio to copy their sound. Even the Beatles, when they did that, they went back to the studio and they came out with a new sound. It happened over and over again. But the Beatles refused to be like anyone else. They constantly challenged the status quo. They were a confluence of talent, timing, leadership, and the drive to be the very best. The Beatles established their brand very quickly, pushing their brand to new and previously unthought of waves. You know what? That's what great brands do. That's the power of a team that believes in themselves. That's the power of an unquenchable hunger for those who simply will not quit. Ladies and gentlemen, we have such brands. We have the magical combination of talent, timing, drive, and we have all of you. Okay, who's ready to stand out? Come on, who's ready to stand out? All right, so am I. You know, I don't want us to just be part of the real estate industry. I don't want us to just be one of those companies in the industry. I want us to be the one and only company in the industry. The company that people talk about and think about when they want the very best, the highest quality. A company that stands out above all the rest. Don't you want that? So who's on board to live life loud? To live life loud, we can't be timid. To live life loud, we can't feel like we live at the mercy of the economy or our industry or any other outside influence. To live life loud means to live boldly, confidently, knowing because our brands, our networks, our reputation, our experience, and we above all have the right to be aggressive and yell out our message, to attack the market with vengeance, to aggressively find solutions for our customers. Let me say it again. You are what they want. You are what they need. And in the months ahead, we're going to make it clear to the entire market. It's been an incredibly busy year since we last met in Las Vegas. A year marked by extraordinary progress. You know, the real estate industry turned the corner and is sort of helping the economy get back on its feet. I know the past several years have been difficult. During that time, many in our industry quit. Some of our own network quit, but not you. You've been working and planning for this very moment. Now we're capitalizing, and you'll capitalize on this for years to come. You're bold, you're excited, you're confident. You are exactly what we mean when we say, live life loud. I mean, really, is there any other way to live? Think about it. Maybe your neighbors might not like you, but is there any other way to live? Prudential Real Estate affiliates enjoyed a very strong 2013, showing impressive growth in transaction and sales volume. The crowning achievement, however, came in July, with J.D. Power recognized Prudential Real Estate with 3 out of the 4 highest customer satisfaction awards for its 2013 Home Buyer and Seller Survey. You know, that's 3 out of 4. That's an amazing feat. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is living life loud. Give yourselves another hand. Of course, this past year was undoubtedly the most important. The standout year in our history. It was the year we launched Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. Because of that, our affiliates are standing out in markets from California, Pennsylvania, Florida, Washington State. I knew you'd finally get it, okay. We stood before you just 1 year ago in Las Vegas with only a few things. Few, but important things. The finest brand we could ever hope for. The right to do business in every state. Distinctive logos, colors, and markings. And a video featuring Warren Buffett. Great stuff, but that's all we had. Sure, we were given a great identity, but we didn't yet have a soul. We were given power, but we had yet to take advantage of it. What has transpired over the ensuing months is simply awesome. Affiliates, after lots of analysis, and I would say plenty, maybe tons of trust, began committing and transitioning to this great brand. You know, it started in June with, where's Ray? Ray's over here. Ray Mesa, Florida Realty. They became the first company to sign a Berkshire Hathaway franchise agreement. To September, where our first affiliates began converting. To David Cabot, California Properties. David, thank you. And 2 days later, Candace, I see you there, Candace Adams and New England Properties converted. To where today, less than 9 months later, we have 26,500 agents. That's 75% of the Prudential Real Estate Core signed or transitioned to the new brand. Over 700 offices in 33 states. Berkshire Hathaway Home Services is already nearly 4 times the size of Better Homes and Gardens. It's almost 3 times the size of Sotheby's. And we haven't even started our international expansion. Why does this happen? It's because of your pride, because of your ownership. And now Berkshire Hathaway Home Services has its soul. And it's alive in all of our affiliates, from coast to coast, and is growing in size and stature every single day. Because the brand is growing rapidly, because we have had such a tremendous response, we've created a personalized invitation system so we can reach more qualified affiliates quickly. The process is underway. It really couldn't be any simpler. It really is this way. You get your invitation, you sign it, you return it, your Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. It's that simple. You know, as I was walking over this morning, I passed by a Starbucks, as I'm sure many of you did. And you noticed there was a really long line. Starbucks always has very long lines. Starbucks doesn't have to go out and beg people to buy their products or to have people come in. People go out of their way to find them. It's the same with Coca-Cola, American Express, Nike. One of the most valuable things that great brands have is a way it draws people in. So selling becomes much easier. Berkshire Hathaway is that magnetic brand for us. From what we've already witnessed firsthand from markets, from sea to shining sea, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services is resonating beautifully across America. You know, the music couldn't be sweeter. Berkshire Hathaway Home Services is respected by the media, embraced by clients and agents, feared by competitors. And the brand has caught the imagination and attention of everyday people who may not have had anything to do with us previously. But they sure want to work with us now. Stephen Fiddles will tell you a little bit more about this later. Like the Beatles, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services is magnetic, drawing people to us in a powerful way. The brand is nothing short of amazing. If you don't believe me, wait until you hear what we have to announce tomorrow night before Reba. And this is only the beginning. Affiliate by affiliate, step by step, we're building a standout network that simply cannot be matched by anyone. And it won't be beat. A standout network, what do those mean? What do those words truly mean? Well, our brand is unique. It's a brand that is fresh, exciting, and powerful. It brings to a whole new dimension to real estate, and an incredibly bright future for anyone carrying those Cabernet and Cream business cards. The timing of our brand could not be better. As real estate is on the mend, consumers are returning to the market needing sound, very sound, and trustworthy guidance. And who do you think they're going to turn to? They're going to turn to all of you. Why? Because we are a network of leaders with clear vision and an essential hunger and drive to be the very best. As the song says, you say you want a revolution? Well, indeed, we are on the edge of that revolution, and whose chapters are being written daily. Now, I said this to you last year, and I think it's vital that I say it again. We would not have the opportunity we have today to use the name of the world's most respected company, Berkshire Hathaway, if it wasn't for the quality of the Prudential Real Estate Network. That's a plain and simple fact, and it speaks to everyone in this room. Warren Buffett doesn't let just anyone use his renowned name. In fact, we are one of a few organizations entrusted to use Berkshire Hathaway. Warren Buffett chose you to carry that name. And now the market is in full recovery mode, and we're poised to rock the industry and knock our competitors on their ears. Listen to me. No matter where you are in the process, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services or Prudential Real Estate, we are supporting you with creative national marketing, public relations, social media, effective technology, training. Why? Because you deserve it. And this company will not be satisfied. We are redefining the marketplace, and we will keep redefining it. Let them chase us. We'll make you stronger, better, and more successful. To help you stand out and live life loud. Are you with me? Thank you.